It's not just about saying, do one thing and forget the rest. That approach to life definitely wouldn't work for those of us who are passionate about a lot of different things and have a lot of different interests. That approach to life, in my opinion, would make life pretty damn boring and not worth living. Are you someone who's passionate about more than one thing? Do you dance and sing? Do you paint and sculpt? Do you write and make movies? Well, you're what I call a multimedia creative. I myself am a multimedia creative. I write and I make movies and direct plays. And I've found that people who tell us multimedia creatives that we're putting ourselves at a disadvantage by doing more than one thing are stating the obvious in an unhelpful way. It's like telling someone who is about to take a road trip, man, you're really taking the long way by driving. People who fly are going to get there so much quicker than you. Well, duh. But what if you can't afford a plane ticket? And also, people who fly miss all the scenery and the interesting people you might meet along the way. Another example is like telling a college student, man, you're really making it tough on yourself by taking all these different classes and different subjects. If you only took one subject at a time and focused on that, you would make life so much less stressful for yourself. Yes, but if you did that, first of all, it would take you forever to finish school, and you'd be in school for like 20 years. Second of all, you'd be missing the whole point of an education, which is to make you well-rounded and to teach you critical thinking skills by studying a variety of subjects. Telling someone to just focus on one thing at a time is like telling a student athlete, what? You're taking classes and you're playing a sport? Are you crazy? Just do one or the other. Yeah, but what if your scholarship is tied to playing a sport and keeping your grades up? Life doesn't always present us with neat, clearly defined either-or choices. Sometimes it's not either-or, it's both and. And it's not that what they're saying isn't true. It's that this narrow-minded, short-sighted type of advice doesn't apply to your individual circumstances and won't help you. Like a lot of advice, there's a kernel of truth in the statement, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage by doing more than one thing, instead of narrowing your interests and just doing one thing. Success isn't guaranteed in life whether you're a generalist or a specialist. People who specialize in one thing are not necessarily guaranteed to be successful. For example, if you're someone who wants to succeed on Broadway, saying, I'm only going to sing, rather than I'm going to learn how to sing and dance, and maybe I won't be the best at either one, but I'll be an all-around entertainer who will be more likely to get hired in musicals, will likely make you more successful than just saying, I'm only going to act, or I'm only going to sing, or I'm only going to dance, and master that discipline. The key is learning to do things that complement each other. It does help to narrow down your interests, but really what us multimedia creatives need to get good at is project management and time management. Those two things are really the keys that will help you juggle more than one project successfully. Unfortunately, there's no one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter approach to time management and project management. You're going to have to go through a sometimes frustrating process of trial and error to find the approaches that work for you when it comes to project management and time management. And sometimes it won't be one thing, it'll be a combination of things, and you only discover this through experimentation. And it's likely that you'll have to change your approach to project management and time management over time. It's unlikely that you'll find one tool or a set of tools that will work from now until forever. And it is helpful to prioritize and trim things that don't necessarily move you toward your goals. For example, for the longest time, I wanted to learn how to do a backflip. For no particular reason other than I thought it would be a cool thing to do. But then I realized the amount of time it would take for me to learn this gymnastic move would not only take me away from my writing and filmmaking goals, it would endanger me because I could very well break my fool neck, as my grandfather would say, trying to attempt to flip over backwards. So I decided to drop that goal. There is some truth to the statement, you can do anything you want, but you can't do everything you want. But again, there's nuance, and that statement has to be interpreted and applied differently for each person. It's not just about saying, do one thing and forget the rest. That approach to life definitely wouldn't work for those of us who are passionate about a lot of different things and have a lot of different interests. That approach to life, in my opinion, would make life pretty damn boring and not worth living. So here's a pro tip. I have found that when you Google project management, a lot of times what comes up are results that are not useful. You'll find a lot of results for project management software that is more geared to the IT industry. What I found is that when I was taking a professional development class for my day job, I Googled how to manage a course load when you're taking a class to make sure all your assignments are turned in on time. So if you Google how college students and even high school students can juggle deadlines for homework assignments, that will give you some useful tips on how to manage your time and manage multiple projects and tasks and make sure that you meet deadlines. As always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please leave a comment, share it, and subscribe to my channel.